The Vegas Golden Knights are in town to take on the Montreal Canadiens. It's time for the Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game. Previews, lineups, and the Guess the Score contest. Here's your hosts, Rick and Matt. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. We get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. Matt is off today. It's Saturday. It's his normal day off. How's everybody doing? We got a hockey game today. Hopefully, anyway. And by that I mean I don't know what team will show up and what kind of a game. It's two actually very struggling teams today. Vegas Golden Knights, who just acquired Jack Eichel, who will be having his surgery Friday. Next Friday, he'll be having surgery. And hopefully we'll see Eichel on the ice by the end of February when the NHL comes back from the Olympic break. That's when he's supposed to be able to return. So, so let's see who's here. And then we'll do the pregame show. Or the preview, I should say. So, Daryl Adams, I don't know, it's three people here. So, he's got his guess. Hope Habs have a great game tonight. Need a win. As always, they seem to. David Arthur, Thomas, Drake, and the Hockey Kid. Hey, everybody. Maybe I'll wait for more people, but I guess I'll clarify it for now, especially for people who are going to watch this on a replay. So I put out a video yesterday. It was a poem. It was a reworking of the classic poem, Casey at the Bat. And I think some people took it the wrong way. It is a poem about the star player of a baseball team, and the team is, he needs to get a hit to get whatever. They can't wait till Casey gets at the bat so they can win this game. That kind of thing. I used Nick Suzuki. It wasn't a commentary on Nick Suzuki or that I'm coming down on him or that I'm picking on him. It wasn't. It just worked for the poem. It's a poem. Just that's it. No reason. So if anybody thinks I was too hard on Nick Suzuki, well, not really. It's flattery because I chose him because he's the star of this team. So and the way I look at it is that's complimentary that I use Nick Suzuki as Casey in this adaptation. So hopefully you guys will check that out. That's out on the channel. Not a lot of people saw it. I have to admit. Ray, you could stop barking. Ray, stop barking. Somebody must be coming into the building. Anyway, just wanted to clarify that. In case you saw it and then you took it the wrong way. All right, so I have something going on. Yeah, I got a preview, so we'll do the preview. I got some, news and notes from today. There's stuff going on, lots of news around the league, and let's get right to it. How's that? I must go here to do that. All right, so where can you see this game? This game is starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. In Canada, you can watch this on City TV. There's dogs outside barking, so my dog's going to bark. Sorry about that, everybody. It's also on Sportsnet East in English and TVA Sports in French. In the Golden Knights region, it's on ATTSN RM, whatever station that is, streaming always on ESPN Plus, NHL Live, and Sportsnet Now. Let's see, betting lines. These are the betting lines. The spread is for Vegas minus 1.5 and for Montreal plus 1.5. For Vegas, you're getting plus 200. For Montreal, minus 250. Money line is plus 100 for Vegas, minus 120 for Montreal. The over-under seems to be all the games is 5.5. If you take the over, it's minus 105. If you take the under, it's paying minus 115. Let's see now. There's news on the injury front. Game time decisions tonight. Jonathan Drouin, Nick Suzuki, Brendan Gallagher. Game time decisions according to Coach Dom Ducharme. Gallagher, we already knew, was a little bit. You can see his play. He looks like he might not be 100%. Drouin, we know from the puck to the head. And Nick Suzuki, I have no idea what's wrong with Nick Suzuki. Apparently on Thursday, he had a therapy day. So there's something that they haven't said for Nick Suzuki. I guess if he sits out tonight, we'll find that out. Carey Price will be returning to the team on Monday, but don't get your hopes up just yet. Carey Price won't be absolutely ready to go, obviously. So this is from John Liu. Habs advised that Price's aftercare process within the NHLPA Players Assistance Program involves privacy for him and his family. He will not make any public statements or talk to the media until tending physicians deem it appropriate. And then this is from, I forget where I got this. Canadiens goaltender Carey Price will rejoin the club on Monday following his 30-day stint with the NHLPA Player Assistance Program. However, there's no timetable for when he'll return to action. Let's see. It'll take some time, perhaps several weeks, before he's ready for game action. He has to start to practice, he's got to get into game shape. He may even, the team was asked if he might play in Laval for a conditioning stint, and they said it's something they're looking at. So, and he's not going to be in the lineup I got to figure for at least 2 weeks. I could see as much as 3 to 4 weeks before Carey Price actually in the lineup. So, and we won't hear anything unless he's ready and his doctors seem deem that's the word, deem it ready for him to talk about it. So you won't hear anything. He's just going to join the team on Monday, and then we'll find out a timeline as it goes on. Okay, so the last 10 games for these two teams. Vegas 5-5-0 and they've played only 10 games, so that's their actual record total. Montreal in the last 10 are 3-7-0, and they lost the last one. So not a great record, obviously. Tail of the tape. Montreal is 3-9-0 overall, and like I said, the Knights are 5-5-0. Scoring chances for percentage, 50.7% for 15th for Montreal, 44.9% for Vegas, 27th. Goals per game, 2, and even 2 for Montreal, 31st. 2.50 for Vegas, 25th, so not much better. Goals against per game, 3.33 for Montreal, 26th. 3.10 for Vegas, 24th. Also not much difference. Power play percentage, 12.5% for Montreal, 28th. And that's a big 0. In 10 games, they haven't got one power play goal, 32nd in the league. So that's who was behind Montreal all this time, when they were 31st and all that. PK percentage for Montreal, 68.9%, 29th. That's not very good. And for Vegas, 81% even, 18th in the league. The last time these guys played each other in the Stanley Cup semifinal, the record was 4-2-0 for Montreal, 2-4-0 for Vegas as Montreal beat them in 6. Let's take a look at the goalies. It is confirmed Jake Allen will play for Montreal today, 3-7-0 with a 2.92 goals against and a 9.04 save percentage to go along with 2 shutouts. I think it's going to be Lehner, but I mean, he's played almost every game. 4-5-0 with a 2.89 goals against and a 9.15 save percentage. So those will probably be the 2 goalies. Players to watch over the last 5 games for these teams. Chandler Stevenson, 6 points. Jonathan Marchessault, 3 goals. Stevenson again, 4 assists. And Alex Pietrangelo is a +4. Nick Suzuki with 8 points. Josh Anderson, 3 goals. Suzuki with 6 assists. And Suzuki a +4. So Nick Suzuki stepping it up over the last few games. As a matter of fact, let me go over this here. He has 5 points in his last 2 games. And right now he's sitting with 10 points in 12 games on the season. And this is a 70-point pace that he's on right now. I think just under 70 point, but, can round it out. So he's on a 70-point pace right now, which is an improvement on the pace of last season. So Nick Suzuki continuing to, excel and increase his productivity. Let's see. Standings, bottom 10 teams. As you can see, Vegas sitting in 10th from the bottom, so that makes them in 22nd place. Or is it 23rd? Not sure. And Montreal sitting in 30th. Vegas with their 5-5-0 record has 10 points, and Montreal with their 3 wins has 6. And there's where you go. All right, lineups. Now, the lineup for tonight, I don't know what it is with everybody being game time decision as it is. Apparently, the defense will not be changing. As far as the forwards, hard to tell. At practice today was an optional practice, and only, I think, 6 or 8 guys showed up. So there's no lines from practice today. So the lines yesterday. They're yesterday. And as you see, our fifth, these are from Friday, yeah. Suzuki not there, and Gallagher not there, and I think that's it. So Cedric Paquette's back from his suspension. So if you go by these lines, it's Hoffman, Drew, Anderson, Lehkonen, Dvorak, Armia. I don't think this is how it's going to be. Toffoli, Brooks, Pizzetta, and Belzile, Paquette, Evans. It's just, that's a jumble. I don't know what to make of that. Sherratt, Petrie, Kulak, Savard, Romanov, Weidman. That was the same as last game, and apparently that'll be the same defense as last game. Jake Allen confirmed to be the starter. From linecombinations.com, they have Toffoli, Suzuki, Gallagher and Suzuki with those danger sign, whatever that sign is, because they game time decision. And Drew has nowhere to be found in this. Hoffman, Dvorak, Anderson, Lehkonen, Evans, Armia, Paquette, Brooks, Belzile. That's a little more sane, but I still don't know what the lineup will be exactly for the forward lines. For Vegas, they have a ton of injuries. Marchessault, Aura, and Riley Smith, first line. Carriere, Stevenson, Dadonov, second line. Or Dadonov, he wants to be called now. Colasar, Amadio, and Janmark for the third line, and Howden, Lashishin, and Ronberg. I'm going to say Ronberg as the fourth line. That's the forward lines. Defensive pairings, Hag, Pietrangelo, first pairing, Martinez, Theodore, second pairing, and McNabb, Coughlin, third pairing. I think their defense is fine. It's their forward lines. They got a lot of injuries. Goalies, Leaner and Brossois, and their injuries. So now it says no players on injured reserve list, and then it says injured reserve, Max Pacioretty. So I don't know. Does that say they don't like Max Pacioretty, or they just made a mistake? Out, Mark Stone, Zach Whitecloud, William Karlsson, and Nolan Patrick. So they've got a lot of injuries, as well as like Montreal, and that's the lineups for tonight. And I think that's it there. Let me see what you guys said. Now there's a lot of comments. Okay, let's go back in and see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Hey, Bye-Bye, Rich J, Brandon Bailey, Hockey Fan Guy, Abs Guru, Sean McIntyre, Yukon, Duckling Gaming, Dixon Automotive, Jack Newell. Hey, everybody. How's it going there? All right. I'm going to, just before we get into anything else, I want to remind everybody in the Eastern time zone, I imagine everywhere, it's the time change tonight. So if you go back to standard time from daylight savings time, then it's time to change your clock back 1 hour. I believe that's from either from 3 to 2 or from 2 to 1 a.m. So don't forget, everybody, that's this weekend. Go over everything. Jack Eichel, he'll have surgery next Friday. So that apparently he'll have surgery next Friday. Let's see. Norlinder. So Mattias Norlinder is assigned to the Laval Rocket for conditioning. He'll join Caulfield tonight. They're in Syracuse to take on the Syracuse Crunch with Laval. So interesting to see what happens with Norlinder. He's getting into game shape. Getting his conditioning back, and it's a possibility that he could join the Habs at some point once he gets back into shape. The Ottawa Senators named Brady Tkachuk as the team captain. So not really a big secret, but Brady Tkachuk is now captain of the Ottawa Senators. His first game, I think, tonight. Sergachev. Mikhail Sergachev suspended 2 games for a hit to the head on the Leafs' Mitch Marner. So Sergachev will miss the next 2 games. He's a former Hab, that's why I mention it. The Edmonton Oilers retired defenseman Kevin Lowe's number 4 jersey last night. Kevin Lowe, the only member of the defense corps of that era that played defense. The rest of the Oilers, I don't think they knew what defense meant, but Kevin Lowe was a good defenseman, and like I said, their only defensive defenseman that they had in that era, basically. So good on Kevin Lowe getting his number 4 retired. And lifted to the rafters. So some good news is that Joel Edmondson is back on the ice. He's back skating by himself, but he's back skating. And also skating by himself, because I don't think they're skating at the same time, is Paul Byron. Paul Byron finally started skating. He's recovering from a hip operation and not expected to join the team for probably another month. But good to see that he's skating, and we'll see how that progresses. So like I said, Cedric Paquette back from his 2-game suspension for that bad hit. He said he doesn't think he'll change the way he plays, but he'll keep a lookout for that kind of a hit and try to avoid making it in the future. I said Drew and Suzuki Gallagher, they're all game time decisions. And I went over that. So that's all I got for you guys. Let's see what you guys are saying then. I said hi to everybody. No big questions there. Is the clock? Yes, the clock is going back, so I mentioned that. I hope they leave Norlinder and Laval for a while. Well, I would imagine for a little bit. He's got to get into shape, and I imagine they'll evaluate him there while he's there. I think the only reason, though, that they can have him down there is for conditioning. So once he's in condition, they've either got to send him back to Sweden or they got to bring him up to the big club. Are we willing to agree Habs are out of the playoffs yet? No, I'm not going to agree with it. What I'm going to agree with is that more than likely the Habs finished in the bottom 10 in this league at the end of the season. But they're out having teams that have got themselves out of a position like this and gotten themselves maybe not to the playoffs, but close. And some have gotten to the playoffs. So, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that there's still time. But, I don't hold out a lot of hope at this point. But there's still time, and they could still do it. Bayby says they did not need defense. That's the Oilers back in the day. And they didn't really. Their idea of defense is we'll score one more goal than the opposition. And that's what they did. When the opposition scores against us, we'll go back out and get another one. And that's what their basic defense was. So, yeah. Sonny says that's Oppenheimer. Montalbaum, who is Montembeau, played the third period Thursday night against the Islanders. Yeah, I think played during I don't know if he started the third, but he might have. I didn't notice it till late after the empty net goal. And they put him back in. I didn't notice it till then. So, it is what it is. Blackhawks just fire more people, head coach and 2 more coaches. Good for the Blackhawks. Yeah, okay. The Hawks fired their coach, Jeremy Colleton, today, and I don't really care this year. I'm boycotting the Hawks, and I'm boycotting the Jets. Blue Bark says, not in such a tough division. Well, I hope they do. Now I'm missing what was listen. Okay, I'll agree with you, and especially if the Metro puts 5 teams in the playoffs, then I don't think Montreal can finish in the top 3 at this point, but it's still, there's so much hockey left that we don't know what'll happen to the other teams injury wise. A team could get COVID. COVID could really affect. Who knows? So I'm going to just say that. But if they play like this for another month, and then it's definitely, I can't see it. But then there was St. Louis, right? They were last in the league January 1st, and they ended up winning the Stanley Cup. So, there's always that. There's a lot of new faces in Montreal, and they need to get all to gel. Plus, 82 games is a lot of hockey. I agree. And they haven't had a healthy team yet. So there's that. And these are all things you can say are excuses, but they're legit. But, we'll see how it goes. The point is they're playing like crap. They're not looking like they're going to play any better yet. And until then, they're playing like crap. Blue Bark. I don't like the fact that Tim Shoveldayoff is still the GM there. I am boycotting mostly him, but since he's GM of the Jets, I'm boycotting the Jets. Habs have a better chance at last overall than the playoffs. Kind of how it looks right now, but there's still a lot of hockey left. That's the truth. Hot Take Hockey. Hey, John, how's it going? I'm not sure who you're talking to then because there's no legends. Is there anybody here beside me? Nope. Oh, no legends here, man. How's it going, John? Appreciate you coming in. That's true too, hockey fan guy. That's right. Also because of that guy. What's his name again? Scheifele. Mark Scheifele plays there. Bye. It ain't over till it's over, and that is true, and that's why you got to leave it. You got to leave it open right now until there's a point where mathematically they're eliminated. Blue Bark right now. I mean, well, I know that's not fair to say. That's not fair to say. Even healthy. Luca, what's up, buddy? Is Slicknick healthy for tonight? We're going to find out. Game time decision. He's the glue that keeps this team from looking like an ECHL dumpster fire. And even at that, they still look like one right now. He is, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because he apparently, the first I heard about it was today. Thursday, he had a therapy day, so I imagine it's an injury, but they haven't announced what or anything. And I guess if he misses tonight, we'll find out. And even if he doesn't, we might find out, but I don't know exactly what it is. Leafs are playing the Bruins tonight. Yeah. Enjoying a poutine before game time. Are you in Quebec? You get good poutine out there? I don't know. I'm sure you do, though. I'm sure there are places. With Suzuki, we are a Calder Cup AHL contender. The way they're playing right now, yeah. And without Suzuki, are we as good as a Pee-wee team? Oh, no, we're better than a Pee-wee team. Maybe not a junior B team, though. I'm not sure. I'll tell you, the way they're playing and everything, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they can't string two good games together at all. Renegade Man, I guess Lehner and Eichel will soon be BFFs and start talking trash about the Sabres in the locker room. Well, yeah. Well, something to bond over. Not a bad thing, having your goalie and, your star center bonding. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So, hey, old man. How's it going, Philip? Phil. Oh, I'm not calling you Philip. It's Phil. The old filibuster is here. One of the few to enjoy my poem. I think, by the way, there's a lot more people here. This is, I'd like to say, because I got one or two complaints about my poem picking on Nick Suzuki. If anybody did see my last video, Suzuki at the Dot, it was a reworking of the classic poem Casey at the Bat, and I adapted it to the Habs and their situation. And I chose Nick Suzuki more out of a compliment than picking on him in any way. So I hope everybody will understand that and if you don't get it, go search Casey at the Bat, read it, and then you'll see what I'm saying. I didn't pick on Nick Suzuki. I love the kid, but I got a few people thinking I knew some people would. Anyway, it is what it is. Where am I? Is Ducharme job safe if this keeps up? I think absolutely. They just re-signed that whole coaching staff 3 years. They're still paying Julian for this season. Yeah, I think they're pretty safe. I don't think they're firing the coaching staff. Not this season. That's what their strategy is, Phil. I get it now. Phil says, remember, we're just simply lulling them into a false sense of security by losing so often. I know some outside greasers playing Junior B, but we are a fraction ahead of that right now. So we're Junior A level. That's what you're saying. Okay, at least a step up from the beginning of the season. If Suzuki, Galley, and Drew are out, get ready for spanking. I mean, we got it. Listen, have a good attitude, get a drink, pop a pill if you need to, smoke a big doobie, and get ready because this could be a really bad game as far as for Habs fans. So we'll see what happens. There you go. It's gonna stick. Filibuster is that's the nickname. I'm old man, you're filibuster. We make a good pair. Hey Kelly, how's it going, Kelly? We're trying to get prepared for what could be a really long night. Do you think a coaching change will help with the Habs? It could if they don't limit themselves in their choices, but they're not making a coaching change. They're not. Even if it turns out, even if it turns out that it really is Ducharme, I still don't think they're changing him. Awesome, filibuster. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I just wish some more people saw it, but it's one of those things that can last for a while. Renegade man, nope. Caulfield going back is not a bad thing. John, yeah, I mean that's what everyone's saying. Savard is Alzner 2.0. It's looking like that. I don't know what's going on with that. Honestly, I don't know how did they. We played against them in the finals. They should have known better if he was this bad. Like I don't get what happened there. Did Tampa Bay were they able to not cover up? Hide his shortcomings and it fooled us because it doesn't say much for the scouting. Blue Bark, I'm still not sold on that, but I mean, I think so. I think that's the case. I would have to say I'm leaning towards he's not coming back next year. We have had a decent power play since Carbo. We haven't had. I remember when we were lethal in only that category. Fire all that and ask Carbo back or referral. Listen, I've said it, I think, once or twice. Carbo might make a decent coach still. I mean, I know he's a little older, but I don't think that should be a problem. But I think it is the last time we had a great power play was then, and it really was. Well, I wouldn't say it's the only thing we had. There was for a while there, we were leading the league or leading that division that our division and stuff when Carbo was here. So I don't know. This will be a fine game. They are missing as many pieces as we are. No, I get that, but still, I mean, they got a better record than we have. They don't have a power play. If you look at the numbers, it's pretty much an even matchup. So, but Montreal will find a way to lose. It's what would do. Okay, where did I go? Yo, Steven, how's Chicago? How's it going, buddy? How many points will excuse me, Raphael, Harvey, Pinard, Paling, Caulfield line get tonight? Oh, honestly, I mean, I don't know. I hope a lot. Dixon says hire Dubas. Nope. First of all, Dubas has got a job. As many people hate the hockey sweater as love it. I would assume all the Habs fans and most of Make Believes fans. The hockey sweater, yeah, I guess, but I mean, most Canadians should know that. Anyway, listen, when I was growing up, Casey at the Bat was a legendary poem. I mean, if you were a sports fan, I guess you kind of you knew it. So anyway, I figured for the older viewers, that they would like it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, if you want to see it, it's out there. It's my video I released yesterday. Please check it out. I'd appreciate that. It's just 6 minutes. It's not a long video. I mean, I have it right here. I don't think I want to spend 6 minutes reading it, though. I almost burnt something down. Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, Habs Guru. That's still also not happening. Although at least if they brought back Julian, they're already paying him. Then then that wouldn't. But they're not firing. They're not firing Ducharme. At least not yet, for sure. Did I like Michel Therrien when he was the coach of the Habs? Nope. Did not like him. I'll be honest, I did not like him. I know a lot of people did. I didn't. If we can't win tonight, there's no chance everyone in their lineup that is good is out. But there might be the same thing here tonight, right? Because in case where do I have it? Nope. I have it somewhere here. So Jonathan Drouin, Nick Suzuki, Brendan Gallagher may be out. Their game time decision, they may be out. So, I would think if they are, then yeah, we could really easily lose this. If they end up in last place, but listen, after the season, that might be different, but I think they're going to go through the season. Filibuster, well, we disagree there. That's all. Claude Julien, I was fine with. I didn't really 100% like his style, but the man himself, I definitely like. Michel Therrien, I didn't really like the guy. I guess that's it. I don't know. So wasn't a Therrien fan. Blue Bark says 7-2 Vegas. Yeah, I don't know if they're scoring like that, but we're giving up goals like that, so. Yeah, Jack, you might have to wait a couple weeks yet for Price. Don't be surprised. It's bad when you got to ask who's left on the team to see who can score. Hope Anderson continues to score. For the most part, I think he's played very well. No, Anderson, I think, has been. He didn't get on the scoreboard right away, that's for sure. But I mean, the energy, the speed, his game was there. Vegas out for revenge. That's something. I mean, but how many guys are playing that were there last? I don't know. Yeah, but Vegas, they must want some form of revenge for the loss to us in the playoffs. Blue Bark, I don't know. I wasn't watching for Savard, to be honest, because I didn't know we're going to sign him. But I mean, all I heard was how well he played and all that. I think somebody made a mistake. Luca Rebel. Dubas has a job. Famous last words, coach. Right? It's possible, right? I like that. That's funny. Savard was indeed a bad move, a big, slow, useless D man, just what Bergevin was when he was D. He still obviously loves today. I don't know. Look, I'm not going to comment on that about himself personally, but it does seem he likes defensemen that were a lot like he was when he played. So you can't have a team full of those guys because the talent level just wouldn't be there. So that's a problem. And obviously a problem right now. RPM. And by the way, that was Olivier. Hey, Olivier. Good evening, Rick. I sold those Buffalo tickets. Oh, you did? What BS? That I'd have to pay $150 for a test. It would cost more than the ticket. You'd have to pay for the test to get in. Okay. Well, that's crazy. Yeah, well, that's the States. And yeah, Phil, you're right. He's French. It's one of the reasons they probably signed him. But it's not that if you're going to do that and sign guys like that, well, he's French. Well, then it says everything about what we talk about with the coach and the GM, and you can't win like that. You just can't. There's no way. Whoop, that jumped. We can't underestimate Vegas. Remember when the Leafs faced against the Penguins, who didn't have their best players in the lineup and got destroyed. Well, but Vegas is pretty decimated, so we'll see. But they got 5 wins, so it's better than Montreal. If I was a coach tonight, I would go out there and hit the shit out of everything. Sick of watching this. Yeah, well, you got to take into account. There's a lot of things at play. It's not just that they're bad. And I don't know if getting mad like that's going to change what's going on. Habs need a shakeup, maybe a trade. Well, they got a bunch of new guys. I don't know that a trade's going to do it. A shakeup of some sort. And again, I don't know how you do it, but maybe a trade. I mean, maybe. Well, Luke, at least you got that, right? And I have a feeling this could be a snooze fest. I mean, it could be with all the guys that are out on both sides, yeah. RPM again, yeah. We shouldn't recycle one of our old coaches. Everyone's saying, what's his name in Philadelphia? There, he's the Vigneault. He's the next. It's his turn next. So, between Julian, Terrien, and then Ducharme got his way in there. But it's because Vigneault wasn't available. So until Vigneault becomes available, maybe Ducharme got his job. He's safe. All the scorers are in the NHL now, except that, I mean, they weren't scoring here, so it's, I mean, that's not really fair to say. Jack, you're lucky. I can only just say that you're lucky, and your hockey practice is probably going to be better than watching this game. But, for a game like tonight, yeah, you're probably lucky. Wonder why they're not giving Primo a chance this season, because they want Primo to stay in Laval for the full year. They want him to develop. They don't want him up here sitting and in this mess. Why would you want to have Primo in and getting his ass kicked every night? No, he's better off in Laval, way better off. RPM, well, no, but okay, I'm assuming then you're not vaxxed, because if you're fully vaxxed, you can return to Canada, I believe. You don't need to have any tests. UFC tonight is 2 championship fights and a lightweight fight with 2 super exciting fighters. I don't watch UFC, by the way. All righty. What time are we on? We'll stay another 5 minutes. Then I got to get ready. Hopefully, I've got it on City TV tonight. It looks like I got good reception now. So I won't be behind everybody, hopefully, tonight. Looking forward to that. And yeah, we're coming back at 7. Everybody, don't forget, coming back at 7. If you're having a good time so far tonight, thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe, ring that notifications bell. That'd be great as well if you choose to. And don't forget, we're at 7 o'clock. I'm back. I keep saying we. It's not we tonight. It's just me. And yeah, we'll do the game at 7. I don't show the game. I don't have the audio on, but we'll console each other. No, but we'll talk about it, and I do some play-by-play and some commentary and stuff. If you haven't been here before. What happened to Zach Fucale? I'm not sure. He's in the ECHL, I think. RPM, okay, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, you're right. That kind of makes sense. Crazy. $200. Okay, but if you're returning from the U.S., but I mean, if you're Canadian, you're still covered. Isn't that covered at all by Medicare? I thought all the COVID stuff's covered. least that was my understanding. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to take off 20 minutes to go. I got to go feed my dog, and I've got to get ready for the next show. So listen, thanks everybody for being here for the pregame. And we have, don't forget, if you're not going to be on the next show, change your clocks back at, I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3 o'clock this morning in the AM, change them back an hour. And it's that time of the year. Not my favorite time. I like daylight savings time personally. So we'll see you in 20 minutes for the Golden Knights at the Montreal Canadiens in a matchup of two top teams in the NHL, in the NHL's bottom 10 teams. That's what we got tonight, and hopefully it'll be a win for Montreal. I don't know. We'll see what we get. So thanks for being here, everybody. I'll see you soon. Take care. Till then, peace out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody. Oh, there's my mouse.